just like to unmute yourself, Fiona.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the committee. We've got 5 minutes to hear your submission, and if you want to, you can leave a bit of time for questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your time this afternoon. My name is Fiona Vincent. I have a friend whose daughter is transitioning, and my friend is here with me. She would like to share her story, but out of respect to her daughter to maintain her privacy and her identity, she wishes to remain anonymous. So most of my time will be just to share her submission with you. Her and my concern specifically relates to the point made in the Ministry of Justice's analysis of the proposed bill about capturing family interactions. I quote from this document.
Sorry, Fiona, I just wanted to remind you that the meeting is being live streamed, just in terms of any anonymity you wish to maintain. We're particularly keen to make sure that the anonymity of third parties, including children, is not jeopardised. So,
right.
So
that's what we intend to do. That's what we intend to do. Okay, so quoting from this document, it would be a criminal offence for parents or other members of a family to attempt to change or suppress the sexual orientation, gender identity or expression of children within the family. It is totally wrong, in our opinion, to criminalise parents for having healthy conversations with their children. We therefore strongly oppose the Conversion Practices Prohibition legislation bill in the current form. And I'll just read her statement for you. I have a teenager who's in the process of changing her agenda. She never wanted to be a boy. In fact, she was happy with who she was. But since becoming involved with Rainbow Youth, she has changed dramatically. I know she doesn't understand the consequences of what she is doing from the conversations that we have. She, at 17, decided she doesn't want children and is happy to take away that option. The problem is, at 17 or even 20, not many want a baby. I really fear that when she gets to her late 20s or early 30s, she will realise what she's actually done, taken away her ability to carry her own child. Under the age of 25 years old, their brains aren't developed to think long-term. It hasn't matured yet. For example, when she started university, she was advised to take different undergraduate papers in case she changed her mind halfway through the course. If the universities can see this happens, why can't legislators? It seems that we can change our minds about anything and everything except gender dysphoria. With transition therapy, she can't change her mind. Once you take her uterus out, there is no turning back. All of this will be done before she is 21, before her brain is fully developed. She suffers from depression and anxiety now. Imagine how much of a mess she will be when she realises what she has done to herself. Actually, I don't have to imagine. I'm her mum. I know my daughter. She will be suicidal, and there has been and won't be anything that I can do about it because of these stupid laws. I hear it said that transition therapy will help our teenage suicide, but really you are just prolonging it. You are not dealing with the problem. You are giving a child what they think they want, not what they need, guidance. I asked my daughter to wait until she is 25, when she has the ability to make a lifetime decision with a fully matured brain. She told me her psychologist has said that what she was doing is okay. She is old enough to make these decisions and she should do it if she wants to or feels like it. Now, for making those comments, my friend was accused of hate speech, and she was threatened with being reported to the police. This is not hate speech. This is love speech. We don't need this law. The conversation is already one way. Different opinions and alternatives are shut down. If you want to truly promote open discussion regarding sexuality and gender, which is the stated purpose of this bill, then you would promote a law that ensures our children are fully informed and allowed to explore, discuss, and even change their mind about their sexuality and gender. I referred to Scott Nugent in my own submission, and I'd just like to...
Fiona, we've just run out of time now, so just any concluding comments?
Can I just finish with this brief comment from Scott Nugent Just to remind you, he is a transgender man and a trans father. He's the founder of TRE Voices, a group of trans educators who oppose radical gender activism and seek to educate politicians and families about the reality of gender dysphoria. He writes in his article, this is just briefly to end it, as someone who has experienced medical transition firsthand, I am convinced that it is better to err on the side of discretion and leave life-altering decisions to adults who have the benefit of a fully developed brain. The next time my daughter's friend or any child comes to me for advice on their gender dysphoria, here's what I'd tell them. There are many people who need to be medically...
Fiona, I'm sorry, I will have to interrupt you because we do only have 5 minutes for it, and we do have our next submitter here. But thank you very much for your for coming today, and we do have your written submission as well. And I'm sorry that I had to interrupt you. Thank you.
Thanks, Fiona.
Thank you.
Thank you. If we could have our next